Alexander Sphon is the president of Northwest PA Pride Alliance. He's here to talk about the Pride Fest and the parade and all the activities that are going on surrounding that. Welcome, Alex. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So go ahead and get started. I think the parade starts first. Talk a little bit about that, what kind of crowd you normally have.
Yeah, so the parade and our festival, they're two events that basically run together. We have the parade where a bunch of the community come together, and we'll step off a little bit different this year. Instead of stepping off at 18th Street at the Zone, we'll be stepping off at 11th and State. So we'll be lining up, and then we'll march down to Perry Square. That step off will be at noon, and our festival will start at 1.
And you expect thousands of people like you've had in past years. This is nothing new. This has been going on for, what, 30 years?
Erie has had Pride events for 30 years.
Wow.
The NWPA Pride Alliance has been around for 11 years now, where we've been hosting this, but our kind of cornerstone board members have been involved for the full 30 years.
My goodness.
What are you most looking forward to with the parade?
You know, the parade itself is a very special event to me. Not only is this a spot for queer folk to come out and celebrate who they are in their true authentic form in a completely welcoming environment, this year it's also very political in nature because all across the country, the queer community is under attack, whether it be the banned books, the trans women in sports, or just the problem that is seemingly falling under the radar. Trans people, specifically women of color, are being murdered at higher rates than ever. That number just keeps going up. So I'm excited to not only celebrate, but also push for legislation and push for that protection that we need.
We had a story right at the beginning of Pride Month that this could be one of the more hostile Pride months that we've seen in years. Do you find that that makes Pride Month more important to be visible and to happen in our area?
It does. You know, something that a lot of people don't realize is that here in the state of Pennsylvania, we don't have protections for public accommodation, education, and housing. So theoretically, a landlord could find out that their tenant is gay and kick them out, and that is not considered discrimination under state law. In Erie County, we have that protection, but across the state, that doesn't exist. So in Meadville, if that happens, they could literally say that, and there's nothing that can be done about it.
Wow. All right, so the parade will be a little bit longer. You threw in a few extra blocks there of the parade. You get to Perry Square, and then what's happening at Perry Square? That's where the festival continues until about 5 o'clock that day.
Yes, so we've got a lot of speakers. We've partnered with Erie Insurance. They're going to partner for our main stage. So we're going to have local drag acts, local dancers, local singers, and then also we're going to have the Adagio Health and Wellness Testing Zone. So there's going to be HIV and STI testing. This, along with, we're going to have food trucks and 110 different vendors from all around the community.
Wow, that's terrific.
Yeah, if someone has never attended the Pride Parade or Festival locally, what would your advice be to them?
Come down, just have a good time. This is literally a space that anyone that supports the queer community is welcome. We've got people that are going to have all different resources, whether it be smoking cessation, mental health resources, all the way to the other end, arts and crafts locally. We've got one lady that bakes cookies every year just for Pride, and that's what she's there doing. So we've got something for everybody. We're also going to have the Erie County Library Bookmobile, so people will be able to get books along with a lot of other things.
Great. Terrific. And it's typically a really beautiful weather day, as we were talking about. So knock on wood that it's going to be another great event. Again, all happening June 24th, so a couple more weeks to prepare, kicking off at noon. And then the fest goes till 5 o'clock in Perry Square.
Yeah. Alex, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, my pleasure.